You already know how to learn languages. Your real problem right now is that literally you can't do it. And so learning languages is actually super simple. There's only like 3 steps to it. And even if you have this ChatGPT 5 thing, in 5 years, it's not really going to change. And even if it changes, it's going to be like maybe 10% more efficient. And so you don't have anything to worry about. But who am I to tell you this? Well, I'm basically this guy. I have been studying Japanese for 21 months, and English for almost 4 years. Actually, in September, I'm going to be studying English for 4 years. I'm an athlete too. I person who is disciplined. I actually don't consider persons who are like normal athletes to be actually kind of disciplined, just because like it's something that you usually end up enjoying a lot, right? Unless you're a type of like super elite athlete, like you actually do enjoy usually being an athlete, right? And so basically my mission is just helping you get over your bad habits through language learning and making you enjoy the sense of putting effort when basically studying languages, right? And so let's get over my points here. And the first point is that you basically don't feel that much progress. By the way, if you're wondering why is this in Japanese, well, it's because I'm studying Japanese, right? And so I'm trying to like script the things, take my notes in Japanese. So you basically know how to say the things that I want to actually be able to say, right? So the first point, you don't really feel that much progress. And let's be totally honest here. You don't feel progress just because you are not capable of like your brain right now is literally not able to do activities that are way more boring than the normal activities you usually do. And so, for example, let's say that I want to study Japanese light novel, but like I get bored. And even though I do it for like at least 30 minutes daily, I'm not feeling like I actually do that much progress. And that's because your nervous system it's getting too much dopamine strikes. Literally. It is as simple as that. If you can get to like regulate your nervous system, at some point you will start like those mini dopamine spikes that actually get you to notice progress, you will start noticing them. And so, but like, how do you actually get to regulate your nervous system? And so let's say that for you to be able to notice that progress in the thing that you actually do want to be able to notice, you need like what? This level of dopamine daily throughout all of your day, right? This level of dopamine. But like the level, like your nervous system, it's like at here right now, right? And so that is the first problem that you have to deal with. So if you actually do want to be able to feel progress and enjoy the things that you actually do want to enjoy, your nervous system actually has to be in here. And if your nervous system is in here, what do you have to do? It's actually super simple. So literally, you have to start doing activities that are more boring on a daily basis. So yeah, I'm going to tell you, oh, uninstall TikTok. No, that is actually not the problem right now in here. I don't think that you watching TikTok is actually a problem because I mean, let's be honest here. I actually kind of was addicted to TikTok, but I actually realized like 1 week ago, 2 weeks ago, that I actually never had an addiction to TikTok. Because I mean, I just like ended up like literally reducing it so much that at some point I just watched like TikTok for 1 hour daily. And at that point, I just said, okay, I don't need this. And I ended up uninstalling the application and never, literally never, ever again installed the application. But like, I was able to do this because I actually didn't have an addiction to this. But like, when it comes to like doing things, so for example, if you actually do have an addiction to something like social media or something like I don't know video games, it's actually going to be pretty difficult to lift them, right? People actually do struggle with these things a lot. So let's say that you have an addiction to video games and you want to be able to stop this because if not, you're not going to be able to regulate your nervous system, right? That's By the way, something that I forgot to explain. If you actually do want to be at these dopamine levels, you have to basically start doing those more boring activities, be, and for this you have to basically stop kind of like watching these anime things, these Netflix things, these video games thing, like playing video games. Like, yeah, it's kind of boring, but like, do you actually want to have more progress and be able to enjoy the sense of effort when it comes to studying? Or do you want to actually always be watching TikTok or always be playing video games? Like, be honest with yourself right now here. I know for a fact that there's people who do enjoy playing video games, but like, do you want to always be playing video games and never enjoy doing something productive? Like right now it's 7 a.m. Right now, yeah, on my country it's 7 a.m. I'm recording videos, and after recording 2 to 3 videos and some reels for my Instagram page, I'm going to start studying. And I get dopamine by doing this because my nervous system is regulated. And so you do this by actually basically doing activities on a daily basis that are healthy, and you actually put your focus on those activities. Because I'm not going to tell you, okay, you're going to leave your addiction to video games right now. Today, you are going to install all of those video games, because if you actually do really have an addiction to that thing, at some point you're going to end up doing it again. But like, you leave your addictions by literally doing something that is way more fun for you, and you put your focus on there. And then you, okay, if you want to actually do the addiction, so maybe you want to actually do play video games, or maybe you actually do want to watch that program on Netflix, okay, you watch it. But like, you are going to be putting more of your thoughts on the thing that is actually more fun, which is basically on the thing that actually will improve your life, which is basically language learning. And you make it so fun that at some point you will say, okay, I just don't really feel like playing video games. I just want to end up studying, right? And so, yeah, the second point is that, well, actually, I already explained this. Language learning is actually already very simple. So even I want to put this into your mind, which is that you should stop actually watching things about language learning in YouTube. And you will say, okay, but like, I will not learn the new ChatGPT 6 in 1 year when it comes out. Bro, it will not change that much. Never, like, maybe in 5 years, the way of learning languages will not change. You need to have this in your mind, like it is something that, yeah, maybe 2 years or in 3 years, the way of learning languages changes because some new AI comes out. But like, believe me, even if ChatGPT 6 comes out, it will be like 5% more efficient. And if you are the type of person that is always watching videos about language learning in YouTube, you're going to always be changing your methods of learning. So let me tell you something here. Not related to that much language learning, but that also relates to kind of like getting progress on something. The moment I started watching more videos about how to improve on YouTube, like for some reason, ironically, I started getting less progress on YouTube because I started changing things, right? And so I stopped getting the momentum. So that was more or less in December, something like that. So I started changing things because I started, okay, you need to do this, you need to do that. And basically just paying attention to all of these type of different advices. I'm thinking that I'm doing something productive, but in reality, I started getting like less progress. My videos started getting like less views just because I change things like literally every week I change something. And so you literally don't give yourself that space to basically just get progress, right? And so what I want you to do here is literally stop watching things about language learning. It is as simple. You are not going to lose anything. You probably do think you probably have some FOMO here, which is that you will basically kind of like get less progress because you don't know how to use ChatGPT 7 when it comes out, but like ChatGPT 5 has already came out. And so basically, if you ChatGPT 5, you already can do like literally comprehensible input since the start of learning a language. And so believe me, right now, nothing is going to change, at least for the next 3 to 4 years. And so you don't have to watch anything about language learning again. If anything, you should be watching of course I'm kind of biased, but like you should be watching my videos because I'm not going to be uploading anything more about language learning. You don't need it. You don't need it. I'm just going to be helping you to study, to enjoy that sense of effort when it comes to studying languages. And if I can get you to literally wake up at like 6 or 5, right? Just study languages for 3 to 4 hours straight. Don't you think that you will actually get way more progress than if you were like watching like what 6 to 7 videos daily about language learning? That's why I like, if you have been watching my videos for a time, you know that my last like 4 to 3 videos have actually kind of changed because my mindset about this has updated, right? Which is that when you watch things about language learning, you start being an overthinker. And if you're an overthinker, let me tell you, overthinkers don't get that much progress, and so you should not be an overthinker, right? Uh, I was going to drink some coffee, but like, it's how it run out. I run out of coffee. Well, that's kind of sad. Oh, so once you have that in your mind, so basically, you know now that you shouldn't watch things about language learning. You should basically start because you will say that, okay, but like right now I have lots of free time. What do I do? That's actually super simple. So basically, you should basically start putting your focus on other things. And when you do that, you basically start living a more fun life. So basically, something that I've been doing lately is just that I put my focus on basically and trying to improve my social life and trying to basically talk with more people at the gym. Whenever like 30 minutes ago, more or less, I was outside and I was basically greeting people outside, right? Because right now something that I'm doing is that as soon 30 minutes after I wake up, I just basically start walking and I get some stretches, and literally there's like a lot of old people outside walking, like jogging, all of these things, right? And literally every person that comes in front of me, I just greet them. And literally this makes you way more happier. And let me tell you, whenever you're happier and whenever you feel good, you will have more progress. It is just a thing. You can kind of like think about this and think that it's something that actually makes kind of sense, which is that, okay, if I start living a more healthy life, if I start living a more happier life, the hours I study email language learning will be more efficient because, I don't know, literally, let's say that you get a girlfriend and that girlfriend is going to actually support you through all of your language learning journey. Don't you think you will get more progress if you actually do that? Or maybe a boyfriend, right? That's what you have to do in order to basically be able to enjoy that sense of putting effort. You have to basically start living a more fun life. And by you living a more fun life, you're basically just able to get more progress in general in whatever thing you want. And yeah, that's it for the video. And if you want to even get faster progress, you should check the first link in the description, which is my basically community. And in here, basically there's just people like you who want to get more progress in the things that they do, which is language learning in this channel. And yeah, everyone in here is healthy. And imagine if you could have friends who literally relate in everything with you and they tell you, bro, let's literally meditate for 30 minutes, and after that we will do immersion for like 2 to 3 hours. Imagine if you have a friend like that. Of course, you will get also way more progress. So thank you for watching. See you in the next one, which is at the Sunday. Yeah, Sunday.